Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Riddle me this. Why can't the left seem to muster more than a few hundred people in their own backyard? Why can the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and his cackling sidekick not be able to muster more than a few hundred people when they visit a major city? You had Sloppy Joe and Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare Harris, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. You had them in Philadelphia a few weeks ago, and they got 350 people to show up. Yet Trump can go to any of these places and get tens of thousands of people. Remember, he had 100,000 people plus in New Jersey. So the other day, AOC, or as I call her, Loco Cortez, your motherfucker, her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. Now, speaking of polluted wombs and whatnot, isn't she engaged? How long she been engaged to that ginger dude? Isn't she supposed to be getting married? Anyway, so she, along with Bernie Sanders and Jamal Bowman, all three of them showed up in the Bronx. Bernie Sanders is a New Yorker. The Bronx is AOC's, that's her area, that's her community, that's her district. Same with Jamal Bowman. All three of them showed up. So I know what you're thinking. If all three of them show up in their hometown, then it's going to look like a victory parade for their football team winning the Super Bowl. There are just going to be people as far as the eye can see. There's going to be drone footage. The crowd's so damn big. They got to go up high to get all these people in the frame. There are going to be thousands upon thousands of New Yorkers there to support their people. Shit. 350 people showed up. All three of them. There was probably more staff and handlers there than people. Then you have Loco Cortez. You got AOC up there jumping around like a jackass trying to get the crowd hyped. Now, you don't have to get the crowd hyped if they're already hyped to see you. Why do you need to get up there and jump around like this is some kind of concert, some rap concert from the 90s? And she came out there to Cardi B's music, or as I like to call her, Retardy B. Who is your crowd? For you to come out there jumping around like a kid who had too many fucking pixie sticks to Cardi B? So you're telling me there was a bunch of young South Bronxers out there in the crowd? There must be if you're playing that type of music. If you're going to have music at an event, you are going to tailor that music to the crowd who's going to be listening to it. If you have a bunch of baby boomers out there, you're probably not going to play Retardy B because they don't listen to that shit. So is that who was out there? I'll put a link in the description box. You can see AOC jumping around. She's waving her arms like she's getting the crowd hyped for the next act. It looked ridiculous. You had Jamal Bowman out there he's wearing a shorts and a t-shirt and one sleeve is pulled up. Are you LL Cool J in 1996? When he used to pull one pant leg up? Why do you have one sleeve up and one down? And he's like, we gotta show him who the fuck we are. South Bronx, South Bronx. Now look, I'm all for cussing. I love to cuss. But maybe not at a political rally. There's a time and place for everything. And I don't think F-bombs were in the right place at this political rally. It was sad. So how can AOC, Jamal Bowman, and Bernie Sanders only muster less than 500 people, but Trump, who's a convicted felon, he's a racist, and he hates women, but he can get tens of thousands of people at the drop of a hat. If Trump announced, I'll be here in 1 hour, I guarantee you, like George Zimmerman from Men's Warehouse, you're gonna love the way you look. I guarantee it. I guarantee you that Trump would have more than 350 people at his event if he only gave you an hour to get there. In New York. He's been to Harlem. He's been to the Bronx, Jersey. How is that possible? Are you telling me that New York and New Jersey are full of racist sympathizers? Is New Jersey and New York, are they full of Nazi supporters? How is Trump able to dwarf their crowds in their own fucking city? What's really going on here? Or are the people aware that Trump is not full of shit and AOC, Jamal Bowman, and Bernie Sanders are full of shit? It has to be one or the other. All three of them got 350 people. One Trump will get at least 10,000. Why is that? In their own backyard. That's like somebody coming to your neighborhood and being able to get a bigger crowd than you. That's like a total stranger. Well, I shouldn't say stranger because Trump's not a stranger. But that's like somebody coming to your house and inviting people to dinner, inviting your family to dinner, and more of your own family members come to that person's dinner than yours. And those are your people. Those are the people that you are supposed to have been working for years. And some outsider just shows up and packs the fucking house? Why is that? But we've seen this before. We've seen Trump draw these huge crowds. We've seen Sloppy Joe draw dozens of people, and yet Sloppy Joe is at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and Trump is not. Now, these crowds are unprecedented. Even Trump hasn't seen these kind of numbers of people showing up to support him before, even back in 2016 or 2020. But November will tell. We will find out if all these numbers and all these crowds will actually pan out. They will actually bear fruit. I hope so. Because, man, that shit looks pitiful. They literally 350 people between the three of them. That is pitiful. They should have canceled the event. They should have shown up, look out the window of their limousine, their driven car, and said, shit, I'm going home. I'm going to go do some laundry. But like I said, I will put a link in the description box. You can put your own eyeballs on that pitiful crowd for yourself. But why is that? You tell me. Why are they only able to muster a few hundred people in their own backyard, and Trump can get 10,000 at the drop of a hat. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to the Teespring link. Get some merch, 20% off. Promo code SloppyJoe1. And make sure you give me a follow on X. I want to hit that 3,000 mark at @Green_Jericho. I am Jericho Green, and man, I'm out.